But the feeling is not unanimous. Among the dissenters is Kitty's own brother, 90-year-old Milton Andersen. He firmly believes his nephew's motive for killing their parents was pure greed, as prosecutors originally argued. He does not believe the boys were molested by their father, and Andersen contends the brothers need to stay behind bars where justice is served. With more, we're joined now by Cady, the attorney for Milton Andersen. Kathy, great to have you on the show. Why doesn't Milton believe the boys were sexually abused?
Well, thank you for having me. And Mr. Anderson's belief, I think, comes really from the trial testimony. So one of the pieces of evidence from the trial, the second trial, is that one of the brothers had asked a friend to come in and lie and claim that she had been raped by Jose. So given that we know, at least from that piece of evidence, that one of the brothers was attempting to suborn perjury and ask a friend to come in and lie about that, it does tend to cause some doubt as to whether or not that claim was true. And Mr. Andersen firmly believes that Jose had not molested either of the boys. And he believes, based on the evidence, again, that it was only when they learned, Erik and Lyle learned, that their father was going to take them out of the will. And that was because essentially they wouldn't get a job and they wouldn't go and do the tennis circuit because they were getting tennis lessons. So he essentially let them know that he was going to take them out of the will. And it was only when that occurred that Erik and Lyle went to purchase shotguns. They did that under someone else's name. And that then when they returned home, they went down into the den when their parents were sitting down watching TV and eating, and shotgunned them to death. And of course, it was a horrific scene.
Yeah.
Jose was shot many times and Kitty was shot several times as well. And in fact, they had to reload the shotgun before they were done. So it's based on all of those facts that Mr. Andersen believes that the motive was greed. He doesn't believe that his nephews, and Erik and Lyle are his nephews, he doesn't believe they were molested, and he believes justice was served and that they should stay where they are. And he really is upset.
He's at odds, as you know, with his sister, many of his nieces and nephews who spoke out in this news conference yesterday. His sister said in this news conference that it took a while for her to accept the brother's story. She also said that the mother, Kitty's mother, and your client's mother, said that Kitty told her that the boys were being abused and that Kitty did nothing to stop it. Did he know anything about that conversation with his own mother and his sister?
I don't know if he knew about that particular comment that she made, but he stands firm in believing that neither Erik nor Lyle were molested. And I did want to add that the thing that is most upsetting is that all of these, Mr. Gascon taking the case over and making an announcement that he is sort of looking at the case, taking a second look at the case, that all of that was said at a press conference for which Mr. Andersen was not notified. And so to find out what's going on in your sister's murder case through essentially a press conference or the media and to not have been notified personally is really offensive and just absolutely violates his right to be treated with respect. So
you know that victims' family members hold a lot of power in these cases. He is the brother of the murder victim, in addition to being the uncle of the convicted killers. Is Milton going to publicly fight their release?
Well, he, as you stated, is 90 years old, and he, at least at this point in time, has said that he doesn't want to go on camera, and he has asked for me to speak for him. You know, should it get to a point where there is any kind of court appearance, I don't know what he will choose to do at that point in time, but we have asked to have a meeting with Mr. Gascon. Mr. Gascon has stated publicly that he will be the one who's making a decision about this case. And so because of that, we have asked for an opportunity to speak with Mr. Gascon so that Mr. Anderson's concerns and opinions can certainly be considered in any decision that is made.
Cady, keep us posted. Really appreciate you being here to give us this other part of this very big story.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.